alert.com excerpt, thanks to the very way infectious diseases work, most epidemics are likely to come from a novel source such as a population of wild animals. Yes, we've all heard that claim before, over and over. How convenient. Just blame nature. Never mind what former Department of Defense scientists like the world's second most recognized climate engineer, Dr. Kim Caldera, have stated on the record. That what he did for the Department of Defense was to design ways of spraying pathogens into clouds to infect the populations below. Geoengineeringwatch.org owns this audio. I've played it on this broadcast too many times already. Bottom line, there's no place to hide. Not from climate engineering, not from whatever else is in it. There's no place to hide from the countless other catastrophic cards that the controllers are playing at, quote, warp speed. If you believe that the dangerous X Factor report I just covered from so-called ScienceAlert.com is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, raise your hand. Or if you've taken the time to consider that the hundreds of level 4 biolabs all over the world are there for some reason that at this point seems incredibly unlikely to be benevolent in any way, and that they're carrying out research for someone, somewhere, that has agendas of some kind, then what do you imagine these level 4 biolabs are actually up to? And isn't it convenient cover for them to blame nature for whatever's coming, for what the so-called science community is already warning us all about again and again and again? Here's the Wikipedia definition of a level 4 biolab. Quote, biosafety level 4 laboratories are used for diagnostic work and research on easily transmitted pathogens which can cause fatal disease, end quote. That doesn't sound nefarious, does it? In regard to zombie viruses, so-called zombie viruses, this reminder of other recent reports. First, this from Bloomberg.com. Quote, zombie viruses are waking up after 50,000 years as planet warms. The report states, virologists' discoveries are raising fears that thawing Siberian permafrost could bring ancient outbreaks back to life. Again, no mention of biolabs all over the world. Next from CNN, scientists have revived a, quote, zombie virus that spent 48,500 years frozen in permafrost. Question, why would the so-called science community revive a, quote, zombie virus? Or is that even what's in question? Was it actually from permafrost or from somewhere else? Again, you decide. From lifescience.com, 8 ancient zombie viruses that scientists have pulled from the melting permafrost. And this, from businessinsider.com, scientists revive a, quote, zombie virus frozen again for 48,500 years in ice. And they continue. They learned it could still infect other cells. And this question, how did these scientists learn the so-called zombie virus could infect other cells? Was it by experimenting being conducted in one of the hundreds of level 4 biolabs all over the world? Do the viruses in question, in fact, actually have any connection with the Arctic or any other natural ecosystem? Or is all of this narrative just cover for the controllers of the Matrix? The same controllers that carefully craft the official narrative on all fronts, absolutely all of them, from conflicts to climate engineering and everything in between, to what we are told is the history of world events, even if it wasn't. History is written by the victor, aka those who control the printing of money from thin air. Never, ever forget that. The core of